Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock.
It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking. Be in front of your TV sets for the marathon. But remember the big giveaway at 9. Don't miss it. And don't forget to it's almost time, kids. It's almost ticking. Be in front of your TV sets for the marathon. But remember the big giveaway at 9. Don't miss it. And don't forget to it's almost time, kids. It's almost ticking. Be in front of your TV sets for the marathon.
I got it. We were just on. I was Mr. Pumpkinhead. Hello. I have no idea what I'm doing. Can't see anything. Are we applauding? I got it.
Bean.
That's the one.
What's going on, fellow humans and resellers?
Look at who that is. I can't see. I gotta take this off. I can't do this with the pumpkin head. Sorry. Hold on. What did I draw? Oh, I had glasses on. They didn't really work very well. I gotta put this on. I'll put this on, and we'll all be back. Okay, wait. We gotta do this again because I couldn't see, and I don't think that song made everybody have a full seizure.
Well,
so wait, hold on.
What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, RedemptionAgency.com, 23 years full-time on eBay.
Wait, where's the noise?
Happy, happy Halloween.
Why is this? What is this? Is this our show? Did I pause it? I gotta pop out the chat. That's right. I'm sorry. There was too much activity, and I tried to make it. It was pretty smooth. Gather. He's Michael Myers. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to set a goal for 50 super chats. Why is that back on?
You turned it back on.
Is it on right now? We don't know what's happening. Wait. Okay, I set a goal for 1 million super chat. Won't let me do it. Rumor has it that is something about panties. Blue. Wait, hold on. I really feel like we haven't started yet.
Okay, do we need to start over?
I do.
Don't do that pumpkin thing again. No.
It doesn't work. That's so weird. Okay, I worked all this time on the pumpkin, and now the pumpkin doesn't work. Hold on. The pumpkin properties. Turn off the pumpkin. Turn on the pumpkin. And then will it work? I can't do this whole show without my pumpkin. Plus, I sound like I'm in a hollow room.
The pumpkin is showing up, I think, live.
It is, but it's not doing the noise properly. Look, there it is. I just saw it. Well, let's everybody just register that I had a pumpkin on my head, and it just matches me. I'm a fall, an autumn. I'm an autumn. L'Oreal.
Look at Hokey.
He feels very stabby
I kind of get the
today.
legs on him, and he
won't wear the hat.
He won't wear the hat.
Where's the head? Just put it on him, like, so everyone can see.
He already ripped it off.
Yeah, he was like, I'm done with this extra head. I'm just going to try to answer because I can't get my pumpkin to work, and that's really going to throw me off. But wait, if I go small, can I get, because I remember I did another pumpkin. No, it won't work. Huh. Oh, no, this is it. There it is, but no noise, huh? We're just not going to do the noise for us. I guess that's the way it is. Filters, properties, monitor off, monitor and output. No, that's not working. Okay, well, Streamlabs desktop, you ruined Halloween for everybody. So I'm very sad for you. And we're going to pop out this chat so we can actually read it properly. There it is. You're welcome. You're welcome to me. I was going to show you something because I wanted to show you how awesome we were since June in this one store. But I'm not ready to talk about real things yet. So I'm going to go back to Mr. Big. There it is. Why is it on? Sorry. Hi. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Oh, they can hear the sound.
They can.
Hi,
I can't.
Paul.
I can't hear the sound, but that's why it's so crazy to me. I can't hear it. I know what's wrong because I turned off the monitor. So if I put on monitor and output, that should make me sure, but it's not working. I got it. Thank you. Everything's better now. Okay. I'm going to digress. Let's start the show.
Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy.
Okay, since you've already heard that a million times, welcome to the show. This is I, James.
What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, ReductionAgency.com, 23 years selling full-time on eBay.
That's right. Thank you.
Excuse me while I package stuff.
Redoptionagency.com. Hey, don't I have a sound effect for that? We don't even use
Oh,
all
I
these.
gotta read the troll comments. Gotta rototill those trollers.
Oh, my God. We had a lot of fun this morning, actually, getting ready. And we went crazy. Pokey's obviously out of his mind.
Mike Myers, yes.
But, yeah, I don't have anything to say about anything.
It's
Except
okay.
for-
Yes.
What?
All is good. All is good.
With what? Who
I have
happened?
my LV hat on, you know.
Oh, you're talking about you.
Jan got it for me.
That's right. Pee-wee? How's Pee-wee?
Pee-wee's doing okay.
He's got a-
Cuddlebug
He's had a string of good days.
with baby girl.
Baby girl.
Always on the bed over there. Keep me company, you know.
I don't have any what do I just have
It is I, James.
I need something more to go along with you. Some wild stallions or something. Just to go there. WTF says aloha from Germany, Blue VT. So I was reading this. Aloha Spam, Kimo, and Pokey. Thanks so much for that PPP eBird hookup. Definitely changing the way I'll be listing. Should be a lot faster now without putting all that BS in the item title. Cheers. Nice. Yeah, a lot of great information from the eBird. I mean, that's taking the reseller world by storm, this eBird. And I think he really should be. I mean, I think that nothing he said was like earth-shattering. It was just reaffirming, possibly, just making us understand why we did think the right thing. Why can't I say that? That we actually thought there was something crazy. It reaffirms mostly. But one thing that I wanted to point out is that I was so unclear last week, and on Monday, I'll be less clear today, but I did put some bullet points together somewhere. Thank you. That I thought were important to add upon that Monday show where I was just talking about the PPP podcast with Ebert. And I did watch Hey Fro's video this morning, and you can watch that and pretty much, I don't know if you watched our show, but our sort of take on the whole thing was very sort of parallel, I would say. But the things I really wanted to point out while we talk about something important is these bullet points. Do not, from me, I feel comfortable saying, in general, advanced selling, specifically I sell one-off items, vintage items and stuff. There's no need, and you should not probably do a nuclear reset anymore. That was a stunt that I was pulling for a while without... Thank you. That was it. I know I was trying anything, and that was something I came up with that was not that anybody could come up with. People have tried for years, and it has a value to it. But even Polish Pete will say today on his video, the reset is still king. So when do you do it? Anytime between, I would say at least 7 days, but I think that's even pushing it in the way the algorithm works now. 28 days is sort of like almost like a hard number, maybe right before it turns over to 30 days, you chop it off and you relist it once a month. I mean, I think that's probably best practice. If you're hyper like myself, you might do it a little more frequently, but I think 38 days is awesome. But nuclear reset is just a concept that we used when we were testing things out. I just tested it for like 8 months. That's all, with no promotion. Thank you. These are soft recommendations. I wouldn't put a hard bullet point behind that, just saying that depending on your situation. But it seems like the proper way to... Is he still hungry?
Yes.
He gets very stabby when he's hungry. Is to not... Do not reset common items. Let them just... common high sell-through rate items. Just let them sit. Right? Thank you. And these are not steadfast, so don't ask me if this, somebody smart's going to come in and be like, do you mean? And I mean, yeah, sort of. I mean that for right now, for what I'm thinking about. But in your situation, I might think differently. Do not reset watchers, items with watchers or offers out. I mean, that's just, I thought it was sort of a common sense thing because, and you don't even know why eBay, some of the offers don't have 0 watchers. So if they're going to give them to you, you should take them and respect them. Now they're there for 4 days too. So it complicates the situation, but maybe it adds twice as much possibility that it'll go through. Because sometimes people are waiting for paychecks. That seems to be a new thing that we're experiencing, especially with the media store, which is low value items. People tend to be I buy something and be like, I'll pay you in a couple days, which I'm totally cool with. It's just new. Don't see that. Do you have anything to say about what I'm saying, James?
I just sell a whole bunch of stuff.
You almost
media.
said...
I know. I was gonna say that. Oops. My bad. Media is king. Yes, and I do the 2 buy 2 get 2.
People said we should have on more guests, and I thought, we would beat the PPP to the punch.
I get it, yes.
We are awesome.
I thought that's what you were doing
by
inviting me.
That's right. We undercut. Okay, some more nonsense that I'm talking about here is do not promote. This is like the newest thing. This was the revelation, I would say. Do not promote across the board. Do not promote slow sell-through rate items. That is like, holy crap. That's the thing that really struck my brain hard, was that it wasn't as easy as just promoting across the board to feed eBay. In fact, that was negative thing. So that's the big takeaway, the biggest one out of all the takeaways.
No, James, you don't talk like that.
No, but and do promote common items with high sell-through rates. That's common items with high sell-through rates are promotable.
Are you ready?
That's it. That's all I had. Oh, and then also don't keyword one-off items. You should not keyword stuff. It should be very, very laser pinpoint. Common high sell-through rate items, you can be broader with your titles. Those are my things.
I think it's important to mention too, especially just being very trim in your titles, is to use, just using very specific words, to use the item specifics. I think that's really important. So if you're not going to clutter up the title, make sure to use item specifics that actually apply to your item.
Yeah.
Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween.
Nightmares. This is the
You're welcome.
Nightmare Halloween.
Just trying to put a little earbug in there, and the earbug turns into snakes and bugs, and it crawls out of your skull. That's what we're shooting for here today.
So you said you stopped with Blue V2.
Yes, Jovial is next up. And I sense fear.
Eek! Happy Mischief Night. What were some of the mischievous things you did growing up?
Well, it's interesting. I'm being from California, the Bay Area. We had all the things. We had the eggs. We had the soapy shaving cream. We had the toilet paper and the trees. We had them all. And I came out here. She had never ever. I think you experienced an egg. Like maybe you had an egg at some point.
I had never ever seen
TP tree.
a house TP'd until I went out to California.
And like in our adult
only in
years,
movies.
and they still do it, and it's still happening out there. So, I would say for the most part, that's it. I remember, my early years because it was always warm there. It was, you would just be running around like crazy. And then I remember the last year I went trick or treating. My friend Carl and I each had a beer, so we were like 16 or 17, and when we were done with the beer, we threw them up in the air, and we're in a really nice part of town, and we threw them up like no traffic, like bucolic little streets of beautiful homes, and we threw the beer bottles up in the air, and they smashed, and then we ran away. So, talk about trouble.
Rebels. Callie Debs is here. Aloha. Paul Rose. Aloha. Primo Spam.
Preemsters.
Gang.
Aloha to you.
Oh, and
Paul is moving.
He was saying I was generally a ghost as a kid, hard to get up too much when you were constant searching for your eye holes. That's hilarious. Aloha, Mike Seller. Absolute finds. Hero to all. I like that one. Silver hair. Aloha Halloween. That's cool.
Aloha Halloween.
I like Texas Van Damme spazzing out.
Curious Collections. Aloha. Carla Olson. Who else?
And she's like,
Steve Vash is here. Aloha, Steve.
Nice. Jays, what did I just walk into?
Spending Sense is here. Aloha, Buckeye. Buckeye State Flips. I'm a little off on the execution of the show today. Sorry about that. Mostly because I was really freaking out trying to get this to work, and it's so important to the relevancy of our programming on the 30th of October. Okay, thanks. I probably should have put up the epilepsy, the warning, but I didn't. So I hope everybody's cool. Hope nobody is sitting at home going, that was the wrong thing to watch. Axe Monkey. Did you say hi to Axe Monkey?
No, I didn't. Aloha. Did you say hi to Spending Sense?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I did. Well, you can always do that again. Aloha, Spending Sense.
Buckeye State Flips. I hear that in my sleep often. Did you say that?
I didn't, but it's okay. Mike Gertis is here. Sunny, and have the house to myself besides the dogs. Great day. All right. Josh Vanderpump, candy everybody wants. Aloha.
Yes. Paul Rose likes Halloween 3. He says, stop that clip or we'll have snakes coming out of our melons.
Yeah. It's good. It's just good, clean, murder. And that's what makes it good. It's like the one movie out of all the horror movies that it was such a redheaded stepchild, if I might, that it was just, people hated it. They despised it. And now it's like the best one. And that's what I love. I like a good comeback story. Halloween 3, the greatest comeback story ever.
I love Josh Vanderpump. Is Primo supposed to be Courtney? Look, Courtney.
Aww,
baby girl.
Yeah, I am Courtney.
Baby girl.
Jovial Spam's got a little bit of gangster going on as well. Yes, she is. She is tough. She puts the hammer down every once in a while. Oh yeah, can people see the LV?
The LV,
yeah. The LV up there.
LV. That's what I said. Jan gave me the hat. Jan got it for me.
I love let's see here. Never done a nuclear reset. Well, you shouldn't. Don't do those. Nobody do those anymore. Don't listen to my old. Well, we were just testing all the time anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But I think that at this point, nuclear reset's probably a hindrance more than a help. And most certainly, I have seen in the past few months the value in letting items ride, not resetting them. But what we're doing now is the not there's no, so in other words, if you do not promote an item and it's a slow sell through rate one-off item, like a comic book that maybe there's a couple of, I mean, it shouldn't be technically a super rare item, but an item like I don't know, what else do we sell?
You're saying like
I was here on Monday thinking the same thing. Let's think of an example. And then we watched Hayfro's video this morning because it was there in the middle of the night sometime. And I'm like, okay, let's say you have an ET button. Because he was doing the same thing. He's like trying to think of an example. And we don't have an ET button. But we do have a Return of the Jedi button. And let's say you have that. Now, what's cool to do with that is reset it every once in a while. If it's 7 days, if it's 28 days, reset that. Do not promote it ever. And do the title. Do. There we go. We took care of one requirement from this show. Do the title so it is basically Black Pants or original Return of the Jedi button. Maybe not even original first. Return of the Jedi button original. Thank you. That specific in the title, and do not promote it. Eventually it will sell and it won't hurt your account, I think.
oh boy.
Happy Halloween, Halloween.
You're welcome.
Julie, Passion Resale Dubois.
I think we drove people out of this
Yeah,
this show. The people are just like, nope. I'm not gonna have that Halloween thing.
It's
You know how I
nightmare.
like to earworm you to death.
Yes.
Let's see. Did you say hi to Julie Passion Resells Dubois?
Literally just a second.
Well, I'm going to do a horn. Why don't you ever play a horn for Julie? Why don't you welcome her with the supreme entrance horn?
And WTF was saying, this is how I see it. Don't promote low dollar with nonsensical keywords. If I
That's
only get
correct.
correct page views, that's fine.
That's what you want. Correct page views. And what you want really is for your items to sell. And with all the misinformation, with all the guests at work and trying that we've all done, there's never going to be a manual for eBay. And I think that another takeaway, like maybe even a bigger, better takeaway that was inferred by me, because I love inferring things, is eBay is about change now. Didn't used to be. See, it used to be about not change, and we could just rely on it forever. And all of a sudden it changed, and it seems to be that is the new modality of eBay is we're just going to change whenever the hell we want. So if you're not good with change, you're not going to be good with eBay. I think that was something that I felt.
And Julie was saying, did I get that right? We shouldn't promote low sell-through rate items.
Right.
And that,
Yeah.
if you have not seen the PPP Profit Playbook podcast episode from Saturday, they had a guest on who was a former director of sales,
Director
UK.
of business.
eBay.
He was
UK.
director of hard to be accurate,
eBay UK.
which means hard goods.
And he was just giving some pointers, and one of his things was,
I think they were really better than pointers, but they were. It was interesting.
It was to not really promote things that have low sell-through rate because you're attracting people to items. They may click on it, and if they don't convert, eBay
Lowers your visibility.
Lowers your visibility because you're getting all of these views that are not converting to sales. So he was recommending that you really only promote higher sell-through rate items that will actually get you sales.
It is complicated, and like Josh is saying, Zaire said it best. eBay has become overcomplicated and not fun, and it used to be fun. Now it's not. This is not fun, but at the same time, whenever I gain a little traction and knowledge, whenever my brain hole gets filled in with data, and I'm like, it's no longer blank, because I'm very comfortable operating with blank space in my brain. So I don't need to know the answers. I need to feel my way forward. Generally serves me well. But when I have the answers and I can actually be have some intelligence about my procedures, I usually do way better. so I would like to have a user's guide, but they're not going to write one. And then they're going to change it as soon as anybody has a clue as to what they're doing, because ultimately they're trying to dissuade us from manipulating the system. So if they just keep changing it a little bit, we can never keep up with them. Then the people who do the thing that eBay wants you to do, high sell-through rate items with promotions, they seem to be going up, while those of us who had these low sell-through rate items seem to be having the problems over the last year. So then this is a good segue to bounce over to this. And I just wanted to show you. So this store is the store we started this year. So we had these terrible sales in May, like $2,000, and that just wasn't right. And we didn't know, even though we weren't even paying attention enough to watch us go down that far. We were just like, boy, we're poor. We didn't know how poor we were. And then one day I looked, because I was doing the no look thing. And like when I was a kid, I did the blind bike rider game. And then I chipped my teeth by running into the back of a station wagon. So that's not, flying blind is not necessarily a good thing, but it's also using the force. So that does work. And there's a fly. And so when we tore down our stores and separated the stuff out, this is the media store. This is a store that did not exist before June of this year. So, and we started this at I don't remember what time of, beginning of June. I think we did everything at the beginning of June. But regardless, our goal was to raise the store by double the sales every month for 4 months, so that we could get from whatever this was, $250. We wanted $1,000 a month from this store, and it's just media. So it's just whatever this crap is.
So we took all of the media we had in our main store,
45
pulled it
records,
out, and then opened the
CDs,
store in June.
Atari video games, just media though. Omega Moon Media, come check this out, yo. Look, it's got a big eyeball. It's an eyeball. There's one category here. It's music.
Oh, we need to
Probably
add
should
more
have some more
categories.
categories. I'm not saying that part's perfect, but we wanted to grow it by 50% each month. So the first month you saw $250. Then in July, and this was, I'm telling you, all we did was move the crap from our main store to its own store. That's all we did. And you can see that. And then I mentioned that after July, we seemed to plateau, and we were having some sort of just plateauing. And you can see here the plateau. And then this month, or the end of this month, we just got busy hammering it again, listing more items that we have backlog of items. So we just listed, and that's what accounts for the growth. So as you can see, we have actually probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I mean, I guess we sort of outdid our goal. We at least achieved our goal. Let's say that. So at the 5th month, we are 5 times higher. I'm just looking at a visual chart, and there's a calculator. So anyway, I'm gonna say that absolutely eBay, it does work. eBay is working. Whatever this is, we've figured it out. Are we the chosen ones because we're making sales every day? No. But for sure, following the tried and true tiny little steps and doing everything. It does seem to respond properly. Do you have anything to add to that? Oh, by the way, thank you. Pat on the back. That's right.
Well, I just want to. I've mentioned this several times about how having multiple stores, if you have a goal,
Seems to be the way to go.
Well, it is. Like I've said, the only downside I've seen to it thus far is if your goal was to always have 20 items to list on your store every day.
Work.
Well, now there's 3 stores where you want to have 20 items listed each
This is
day,
the more work. Yes, it is more work.
But and it might not
A
be
little bit.
achievable. So, I mean, there's no way I could
Sweetie,
get
did I
60
mention-
items listed.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Sweetie, did I mention?
Oh, God.
Look how we're just tiny now. We're still a big pumpkin.
Beard was saying, cue the guy jumping out of the car.
Yes! Swamp Pickers here! That's right!
Jenna, yes, thanks for the compliment on the hat. It is I, James, readoption88.com, 23 years selling full-time on eBay. Aloha!
It is I, James.
I was a pumpkin. I started the show with the pumpkin
Go, babe.
mask on, but it's not good. It's not good to be in a mask. Like I want to get out of that mask. ASAFP. But it does
Oh,
have.
I gotta package some stuff.
Wait, hold on. Let me get. He noticed he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, I do. I'm old school, James.
Yeah, we know.
Wait.
We've been watching for a
Hold
long
up,
time. Hi, Jenna. Aloha.
Gotta get the readers on to read some of the trollers' comments.
Yes, everyone should quit, and then Beard and I will be the only sellers on eBay. That'll be awesome. We will take over. We can sell anything. It'll be like the old days. Here's a piece of gum. Sell it. Sell it on eBay. We do have a cat picture, which I'm still, we kind of put it up as a joke, which is a cat. It came in a frame, and it was like an actual photo of some cat. And so we put it on eBay. We've actually it's gotten a lot of views. It's probably bringing down our whole store, the cat picture. $6 cat picture.
It's like from the 80s
It actually
or
gets
70s maybe, and it's sort of like faded, and it's just this cat stretching on the back of a chair.
and my
looking out
title
the
is
window.
Cat Thinks It's People and stands on a couch. And it gets actually I'm playing social media games with my eBay account probably. I probably should put that on social media.
Maybe. But can you scroll up? I just want to see, like,
Man, can I scroll up?
I want to see, because
And for
we're
you,
missing a lot of.
you know what I'm talking about.
No! Oh, man. That's awful.
It's only for today. Then tomorrow is all Christmas movie quotes. We
Can you
start.
scroll up some,
Day after
please?
tomorrow. Sorry.
Okay, let's see. All right.
Oh, did you get a wristband? Oh, you did. Totally. You made one.
I made one.
You're so cute. Now, James, I didn't dig him out, but in one of our personal storage bins, I still have I think it was called Gold Bond, maybe the brand. I don't know. Still in the plastic, white and blue ones I got them for Christmas one year, and I still have them in the package.
He was just saying, I did get my new wristband in the mail yesterday. The band Halloween finally found them for sale in the U.S.
Nice. You mean like they make wristbands? Because wristbands are cool.
Can you move that over a little?
And you can't do proper 80s without leg warmers or wristbands, headband, some sort of terry cloth item on your body. What do you need?
Oh, and Beard said, cue Jeremy Clarkson jumping out of the car.
Who's Jeremy Clarkson?
I don't know. I'm guessing it's the
He knows
guy
all
that
these
he had
people.
jumping out of the car with your.
Oh, was that? Okay, thank you.
With your
Yes, no,
Primo Kimo. What's worse,
The best
Primo
song.
Kimo?
Okay, everybody, let's do a poll here.
Kimo, baby, let's kick it some
Okay, which one's worse?
That's right. Kimo, baby, let's kick it some
Anybody still here?
Yeah, that's right.
Anybody still alive after that? That was sort of a nuclear. That was nuclear samples. Sorry, Beard. I'm sorry that you have to go to the hospital now. Apologies.
So, Julie,
Apologies to Jen.
I hope that answered your question about
Were
promoting
we answering
low
a question
dollar, nonsensical keyword, or I'm sorry, about low dollar, low sell-through rate items. I'm
What-
looking at a million
The
comments
kooky
right
part
now.
is the more that you hear, the more you think about it, the more you let all this stuff process over your brain. Any of us who have been selling for a while, I don't think all we do is go, yeah, I knew that. It's like, yeah, I know. So it's so crazy that we do understand what's happening. And then the question is, how do we react to it? So for a very long time, I was just trying to hold on until we couldn't hold on anymore. So
but-
then we had to do exactly what every person who I think has a real understanding of the inner workings of eBay knew. And I mean, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying the Gerard, the guy with the, I can't even remember what daily refinement is. About the basic building blocks of eBay. They're true. They're right. And it may be sort of the newer building blocks of eBay, but they're still the current building blocks of eBay. So I don't know.
Then the core was saying, I dropped my promoted rate. I'm still capped at an average of 5 per day on eBay. I'm just listing more and pushing cross listing. And
Cross listing is the
if you
necessary.
guys haven't seen it, Jeff Hayfro Sells, he did a video, sort of a reaction video to
it's exactly like my Monday one.
the PPP video. But he was talking
It
about
wasn't.
how he has lowered.
It's different. I'm kidding.
He has lowered his promoted.
He wants to
listings.
back out of promotions, which I think is on our secondary store. We showed you our tertiary store. Our secondary store, I dropped all the promotion. I just quit them because I don't. Who cares? I'm not worried about not having any sales at all on there, because if that happens, it just won't happen, because I have too many killer car parts on there for Mercedes that people just won't pass up. So I feel very confident that our items will get views and sales without promotions. But that's what I showed you on Monday. That's the only thing I really did from Ebert's show, what do you call it? Episode in the PPP podcast. Episode 35, maybe? What episode number was it? I don't even know.
I think it was.
It was Ebert. And he said, what was I saying? You just said and erased my entire brain. That's it. I have to fight fire with fire.
So that's the trick. I just have to say and you'll stop talking.
Well, you erased my brain. I just had to myself back into something. What was I saying?
I knew what you had said until you just interrupted and said, I said.
And then erased your
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing well over here.
No.
What was I saying? Can we go down to the bottom now?
No, Mike Ordez was saying people are odd. A buyer buys something, messaged right away asking.
Go ahead.
When you're shipping.
Don't show it.
What are you
Work
doing?
through it. Don't show you're upset. Did you wear secret perfume deodorant today? Don't show you're upset, lady.
Never let them see you sweat.
Yeah, but you're showing you're sweating. And you're James. It looks bad.
He
It's a bad
said
look
he
for
looked
James.
at their account and they state, "Don't block me for canceling order," and then they asked to cancel the order. Weirdos.
Yeah.
Paul was saying it's a shame they didn't stick with the Halloween 3 idea.
Oh, and do a
and release a standalone individual movie each year. Yeah, I mean, you liked it a lot. Spending Sense, I'm special. John Comprada, the creature of Halloween, is from my hometown. Neat.
That's awesome.
Oh, the creator, not creature. Okay.
John Carpenter.
Buckeye State Flips was saying, I think eBay did a nuclear reset on my store this week. Are you seeing like some sort of good results? Like everything? No, I'm guessing you are saying something bad, right? No views or sales. Paul Rose.
John is here. Aloha, Jonathan.
Aloha.
Flipping ain't easy.
Did you already read Josh's comment where he says that here said it best? eBay has become
Yes.
complicated and not fun.
Yeah, I did, and it is true. It's just a true statement. I mean, it can't be fun forever, I guess.
Well,
at some point,
I mean, is it?
the
But
selling game has to
and
be a
newbies coming
business.
in though, are they just like, since they don't know?
I'm really happy
new
not
stuff,
to be a newbie.
Did they just look at it as something that they need to learn about and move on and learn it and then just move on and work with eBay?
So what you've got a whole bunch of people who very handily are explaining how to be fresh, new to eBay and what to do. Go get yourself the curling iron, the remote controls. This is great information for a noob. You want to get flying, you want to get started, you want to go. You're going to have I think, a pretty good experience if you follow verbatim at this point, this juncture, the beginner YouTubers, or, the people trying to help you get off the ground.
YouTubers?
Yes. And the eBay YouTubers who are trying to help you get off the ground, such as in the Iraq. And I really find that the important thing is, what do you do past that first step? And when you're really good, like Wellington, some of these little crackpots that come into the show and say, just use your items, get the thing. Yeah, it is. But what are you going to do in 2 years? How are you going to keep this thing going? What are you going to do when you run out of, when the remotes aren't, because it's hot right now. There's no doubt that they'll work currently. You got to do a lot of work. There's a lot of, like $10, $6
I picture
items.
him being, pretty adaptable and moving on to other items.
That's what you got to do.
Figure it
Change.
out.
But no, not him.
Oh.
The people following.
Oh.
So at some
right.
point you got to learn to think for yourself and rely on your instincts and get knowledge. Knowledge. When I go into a store, I know something about so much stuff. Often not enough to make any, decisions.
Well, there's categories out there that we know very little about.
Not many. Like, I don't know a lot about massagers. I don't know much about geography. I don't know much about
History?
No, history, that was it. Primo, I'd settle for fair over fun even, but it is just a dumb way it works. It works now. It is, Paul. It's no longer, fairness is no longer a matter of virtue. So no matter how long I've been on the platform, no matter what I do, what I've done is irrelevant. It's what I'm gonna do and what I'm doing and what I'm gonna do. It's clear that eBay could give a two poops about me being on their platform for 25 plus years. And that store, for all intents and purposes, is almost abandoned. So our 25-year-old store, we've put very, very expensive items in it, and we just sit there and wait for them to sell and they do, and we only need to sell 1 or 2 things in that account to make anything happen per month.
I was just reading in one of my groups, somebody said that they had sold an item to a buyer on eBay, and the buyer was really thrilled, right, to an alien that did not even intend to buy anything from another planet.
It's expensive shipping.
Anyhow, sold an item, and the buyer messaged him and said, "Oh my goodness, I'm so happy I found this. I've been looking for this forever." And I would check eBay every single day looking to see if any had been listed. And the seller said that was crazy because the item was the only one, and it's been on eBay for 4 months. So for 4 months, it had been there. And she said that she would look every single day.
So what you are saying is that eBay does not show. So somebody searches for the item but doesn't find it. Yeah. Now but see, your groups are crap. I mean, come on. I would need to know what the title was. I need to know the seller, the buyer.
Found it.
No, it doesn't matter because
long time later.
But if the person searching is an idiot, is not putting in the right words, if the person selling is a monkey,
then how did she ever find it ever?
Somebody changed words. Somebody switched something up and found it. They changed their words, how they did it. Maybe they put it into the search, save searches. That's how you find stuff on eBay. It sounds like the person was a lunkhead from the beginning by manually searching every day. That's what I'm taking from this story.
By manually searching every day?
You don't manually search. You put it in save searches, and it just tells you at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Maybe.
Know. But evidently she said that she checked eBay every day.
The only way I can survive this story from you is...
Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween.
Silver Shamrock. Hey, boys and girls, gather round. Your brain's about to turn to snakes and spiders. Ooh, spooky. Am I right? It's very spooky. What else we got here? We got
So Buckeye State Flips was saying in regards to his
wait,
comment.
Tactical Z's here. Did you say hi, Tactical Z? What?
I don't think so. Aloha.
And Big Dre.
Aloha.
Aloha.
And Corky Picker Chad.
I did say hi. It's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
We can double up.
So
It's fair. That's fair. It's getting an extra shout out. But yeah, eBay is never gonna. It's not gonna. Its fairness is about what you're doing right this second. They just don't care about the past, and unfortunately, we do. Especially those of us who live in the past. Paul, Rose, others. You know, we live in the past. All our crap is from the past. Everything's in the past. James likes the past too. The past is awesome. I mean, the future's pretty. I mean, the present is awesome too. But I'm saying, our brains kind of work in a different way where we're like, wait, can't we just be like really good at this and be kind to our customers, and then we'll get repaid by eBay? That is a thought process of the past. That does not happen with the robot overlords, Skynet.
James thinks that he is too quiet and he needs to be more the
That's
center
you.
of attention in the video.
That's you. You're James.
Yes, I know. But Texas.
I didn't do that. Don't get mad at me there, sweet spot. Oh,
Can you
it's
scroll?
So difficult.
Can
to
you
be
scroll
in.
one of these,
Oh
please?
my goodness.
Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy.
What? Look at all the hearts. Those are for you.
That's James.
Is that okay? Which one do you want where? And I'll put it there so you can stop yourself.
I want to see what Curious Collections said a little bit ago. Right down at the bottom here. We really liked to list it and wait for it to sell. Now it feels like a rush to get it.
Out regardless of price. What are you hearing? Do you hear a rat? We don't have any rats or mice. Somehow we killed them all or got rid of them. So far. They're probably going to come out. They're probably joining together into a giant rat. And they're going to eat through the wall. Look at 100%. Somebody's doing some clicking down there. Thank you. Aloha.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you catch? So Josh was doing a 2-part comment. He said one thing that is important to take away from Bert's podcast. Scroll down.
Where are you?
At the bottom.
I'll do it real slow with some. Hold on. There it is.
Even though he is very positive about eBay, the company, and e-commerce in general, he has been forced to sell on many other platforms because of declining eBay sales performance. And that is something that's very important to mention. And, some people were sort of questioning, does he have anything bad to say about eBay? Why isn't he talking about the good and the bad? And
Thank you, heart clicker.
And he was saying that. He was saying that it's smart for people to use other marketplaces as well.
You need to
and
right
he
now.
was telling us
That's
stuff
the
that
change.
eBay probably wouldn't be thrilled to have out there. I mean, we've all sort of
I don't think he
suspected
said
it.
anything necessarily.
Well, no, like
new.
about the promoting everything in your store is not necessarily the best idea if they don't have high sell-through rates, because you're bringing people to your store, they're clicking on your items, and you're not selling them. eBay does not like that. The thing about the watermark in your main photos, how he had noticed specifically that when somebody's sales were higher when they had watermarks in their main photo, and then the sales declined when the watermark was removed. So he was telling us stuff that they wouldn't to know we know. I feel.
Aloha, Ayo. Is here. And by the way,
Yes, Ayo, it is. That's like the Clockwork Orange guy was forced to watch that strobe lights. Oh, that is so true. That movie was freaky.
Happy, happy Halloween,
put on your mask, sit around the TV, so your brain will become slave food.
Halloween, happy, happy Halloween.
Thank you.
WTF was
Get
saying,
Buffos here. Aloha.
Hi,
Beth.
Viv. It is I, James, reductionisney.com, 23 years selling full-time on eBay.
It's so true.
Baby girl and Pee-wee in the back, keeping me company. Oh, wait, got a package, Primo. Okay.
Did you need another one? Sorry.
Yeah.
I left me hanging there. I left James hanging there. AO, yes, we're going. AO gave us the secret to doing the foam. What turns out, our entire sill plate of our house is not insulated, which probably is why it's really cold. So like with the floor, the thickness of the floor against the outside of the entire wall of our house does not have insulation in it. And we're going to foam in that whole thing while putting the secret, AO's secret, is that you put in some mouse screen, animal screen.
Or he was saying screws, just something to also deter.
Oh, right. He actually said nails and screws, like some sort of a, yeah. Anyway, the like a weapon. You put them in a weapon.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Thanks.
So you're welcome. We need a sound for mansplaining. What's the mansplaining sound? Boom, 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 boom. But anyway, I'm gonna put the screen over any entrance spot and then foam the crap out of it. So if they chew through the foam, which is supposed to be a olfactory deterrent, if they start eating through, they're gonna eat some metal.
So WTF
right.
was saying, I mean, and I get this comment, promote high sell-through rate items means you don't use your brain. If there's high sell-through rate, then why do you even need to promote them?
Well, okay, because I do have this in my master manual of bullet-pointed items here. So you high sell-through rate. Let me see what I said. I said one-off slow sell-through rate items you do not ever promote. What did he say? What did he say again so I can reread it?
Oh, WTF was saying promote high sell-through rate items mean you don't use your brain.
Common high sell-through rate items. Common high sell-through rate items. You expect. So in other words, you got to remember that that there's a huge difference between selling. What John Flipping Ain't Easy does is pallet returns. I mean, not entirely, I guess, but like that's his angle. So that's an angle. So he has different rules, or these rules mostly apply, but they can apply in different ways. So then if you're selling one-off, like records, something, but if you're selling a Elvis Sun record, of course you don't promote that. Because you're going to write in there the song, the Sun records, and Elvis, and that's it. You're not going to probably not going to put in rockabilly anymore. I'm not necessarily, unless it's a genre, and I can pick it out in the actual item specifics. If rockabilly is a thing in item specifics, I would choose it. But I would not put that necessarily in the title. I might just, at this point, put in the artist, the title of the song, the year, maybe Sun, and nothing else. And then that way, it's so specific, you don't need promotion. It is a slow sell-through rate, high-quality item. Somebody will find it, and they will be looking for that single exact item.
Yeah, John is also saying it right. If it's a high sell-through rate item, high sell-through rate items have competition. You could be on page 2 unless you promote.
And if you're on page 2, Ebert said, and we all say, don't bother.
And again, he is selling like replenishable stuff, so he's coming from that perspective.
If you're not selling replenishables, the rules are slightly different.
Yeah, we're selling unique, vintage, harder to find items.
Yes.
But he's coming
high
from
sell-through rate items generally have more competition, and promoting increases visibility to sell faster and be seen by the crowd. And if you're having replaceable items, you want to sell them as fast as possible. Am I right? Come on.
Right. So his items are new. Ours are used.
Our low sell-through rate items like records, we're trying to wait a little bit for a higher price, but we know the person looking for that record will want that record. There's no need to promote it. But if it's a if it's separate ways by Journey, and there's 100 of them on eBay, and you could use price as your metric, as your draw price in that case, and hoping that someone's going to search it from low to high. But best match is what we're shooting for. Best match, right? So to get on the best match page, you've got to promote that separate ways. You got to promote it. So right now in that old school Mega Moon Media store, that is across the board promoted. Why? And it's across the board promoted at 8%, I think. I actually lowered it from 10 to 8 to see what happened. And that it doesn't seem to be hurting it at all. And it is nothing in that store is rare. There are white label promos, but those aren't necessarily rare, but it's a higher quality. Most of the records in that store are near mint or excellent, also high quality. Those are two good draws. And then we have the 8% on top of it because there's nothing rare in there.
I would also like to add, though, that some of us people that do sell the like one-off, used items, vintage, whatever collectibles, that there's been a group of us that canceled promoting altogether and said how eventually it did feel like our sales were dropping, and then we all eventually went back to promoting some. So if we're saying that you should only promote high through sell rate items, and that's usually for the common stuff that's replenishable or whatever, then it seems like even us, though, we do need the unique stuff we need to promote, because we noticed a drop in sales when we stopped promoting.
In the past, you mean, or just now?
Well, yeah. I mean, even when I think on one of our stores, you were like, "Oh yeah, I ended promoting, and we haven't had any sales."
This week, Sunday, I ended promotions on our Junk Drawer Empire store, and then I showed you guys that I was going to. So this is one of the things that I'm not sure if it's going to work. I'm testing it. That is there a benefit of promoting your items in eBay's eyes? Just you are willing to promote your items. Does it give you any benefit at all for your store? Your store is promoting, like if you promote items within your store, not a blanket promotion though. So what I did was cancel all promotions on Sunday or Saturday. There was definitely a little bit of drop in sales, but then I went in there and clicked on eBay on the advertising tab, and it gave me a suggestion to promote 2 items, specific items. One was a $15 pack of cards, and one was an $1,800 1960s air conditioner assembly for a vintage Mercedes. And they want to do it dynamic, and their dynamic range yesterday was 9%. And I accepted it, or Monday, sorry. I accepted that just to see what would happen. Have we gotten any hits on those? No, nothing at all.
No.
Do I think it's going to do anything? I do not. I believe the suggestion by eBay is just junk suggestion.
Well, and how many of those, that Mercedes AC are on eBay to begin with?
It's the rarest item. It doesn't need to be promoted, but they asked me to promote it.
So you were testing to see what would happen.
Can I get if there is any sort of boost from promoting your items, if they give you a little more visibility because you're playing the game, so to speak, then wouldn't it be as sort of good if they're asking me to promote specific items? We can help you, it says. Here, you need to promote these items. I promote them. If eBay's telling me to promote them, I'll promote them. Otherwise, I'm not going to promote them. This also adds credence to eBert's thought process, because eBay is actually not asking me to promote all my items. In fact, out of 280 items, it's asking me to promote 2.
Right. There's something about those items you would think that eBay looks up behind the scenes and the data that makes it seem like...
They have some data on it, and they know what those things are going to sell for, and they want more money from it. So I'm giving them the opportunity to sell this crap for me. Do it. Show me. You know when Arnie steps back from Christine and he's in Darnell's garage and he steps back and he's like, all right, babe, or whatever he says. He's like, show me. And then she starts like, bumping out all the dents and everything. That's what I'm saying. eBay, show me. Do some magic with those items.
So WTF was saying, the comment just went up to the top though. I can't see it. If I have a high sell-through rate item, then I sell it at the lowest price to get to the top.
I already said.
Oh, you did.
Well, I already covered it.
Because everyone sorts by the
Price.
lowest price first.
And that's fine, but that's not that's not true. People looking for your records, people looking for records. Records is also an outlier because records have a very specific title, and that's it. So your title is going to do the driving to that item. If you're selling media, that's why we have a media store, and all the media is written author. Wait, how's it? Author, title, year, maybe publisher. If it's a book, it might say hardcover, first edition. Something, like maybe a descriptive thing. I got to go fix some of them because maybe they say stupid. Some of them say stupid stuff. But in general, media, people are looking for a target, like an exact thing. And then hopefully if they're also media, if they're in your store, they might browse it. That's also a good thing, by the way, Ebert pointed out, was that those are non-search impressions, and those are better. Those don't go against your blah, blah, blah. So it's better to if you can get people into your store and then look at other items without searching, using the search, that also benefits your store. What else do you need to know? Let's go.
And John was saying, I have a different model than most, though, so you should ignore everything I say. No, of course we won't.
No, but
I'm
he's
interested
right.
in churning these.
He's a widget churner. He's a widget churner. And we are not widget turners, but we must employ widget turning technology into our crap loving lifestyle. So we love our stuff, but we have to employ widget lover technologies, which means we can't look at everything as love anymore. And by the way, what stuff is worth right now is what it's worth. If you're having troubles on sales, do not think I'm kidding when I say go lower all your prices by 25% across the board, 25%.
And Paul was saying,
if you're having troubles.
I didn't hear he hasn't worked for eBay for a couple of years, though, and the platform is
4,
unrecognizable. Yeah, but he does.
They start these processes pretty early.
He has done consulting,
He's still consulting
for eBay, and then with other clients who do business on eBay. So it sounds like he is still and he uses eBay himself.
I'm telling
Paul.
you,
He
I know there's people out there that know this platform innately. They know it. I want to know it. I'm okay not knowing it. I'd prefer to know it. But people do know. There are knowers out there. Thank you.
And Mike was saying, you scratch our back and we'll scratch yours. That's promoting listings in my eyes. Yeah, I mean, it is.
If you're competing a lot with that, Patricia's here. Did you know that?
Patricia!
If you're competing with a lot of sellers with a high sell-through rate, item promoting might boost search placement. That's it, Patricia. That's the use of promoted listings. That's what they're for. They're not for your clocks. They're not necessarily for our records, because the records have the ability to be exactly searched for because there is a known format for the search, meaning artist. All you need to put in there is artist, title, year.
But I just don't know if it's that cut and dry, though, because,
Let's just say it is.
Oh, yeah. It's just
None of this is cut and dry.
I know.
This is all a big nonsense ball. But, we're working the best we can, and we have enjoyed, the only way we've enjoyed turning the beat around, so to speak, here is by turning off our, we just had to adopt a different mindset. And if that means that we say, hey, eBay is working, eBay is not working. eBay is a big thing, but it seems to be constantly not working the same ways. Like, it's not necessarily the same time of night when the sales turn off, but the sales turn off at night.
And Jeff from Hey Fro Sales was saying how somebody messaged him saying that stuff was in German. And you said, oh, yeah, I was getting
We were just getting ads in French, like just the strip ads on the top. Oh, no, actually, the blue bar that says something about something account related was in French. Not the whole screen, just one little piece. But I thought that was odd, and it seemed to be, just a little issue. I mean, it's computers. It's going to have some mess. Let's see. I will scroll. But yes, Patricia, yeah, you're exactly right there. And the other reason, let me see, is that so? Okay, so my bullet points are thus: don't ever do a nuclear reset. That just doesn't work. It's a stunt. But it did work for a second. Do a reset every 28 days. I'm doing it every 7 in some cases, but not doing the whole store. Whatever. It's so complicated to cover at least the 3 different types of sellers I see, which are new product sellers. You think new product returns, like pallets? They kind of have the same rules. Those guys have the same rules. Then you have people who sell one-off items, or we have to make non-replaceable, replenishable items. That's definitely another different type of business. And then what's the third one is clothing just seems to be its own animal, but maybe clothing and cards are their own animal because they are such big, trendy things. And boy, we've been seeing a lot of eBay advertising for the clothing lately.
Electronics, clothing, and car parts are their most popular categories. I was asking Google questions about eBay, and I was getting some, Google AI generated answers, and it was saying that used items only make up like 36% of
American sales, right?
U.S. sales, and new items make up
only 50 of world sales.
Over 50%. But then I guess it must be like in a year, because then the difference is just items that haven't sold.
Texas Bandit, what did your comments disappear?
6x6.
Aloha.
Record crate. Aloha.
So, good question. I mean, and that's the angle I've been on for a few months now. So since June, that's what I've been testing out. And well, not specifically testing it out. I was just niching the stores down, but 2 things seem to be appearing from that. Niching seems to be an effective way to organize items, especially, but you got to have a threshold of items. So, hundreds or thousands, you should have a lot of items, maybe. And new stores, new stores seem to be outperforming old stores. So I can't tell you exactly why, but as you can see, well, I can show you again just right here in case nobody saw that. This is our since we opened the store in June, and by open I mean just from 0 to now. And look at this, how great we are compared to last year when we didn't exist.
Oh,
we're like up 100 on everything.
Funny.
We're so awesome. Excuse me.
Boy, though, our selling cost is over 30%.
We're advertising and it's media, so they're very low amounts. I mean, the sales are a lot of low dollar items.
Yeah.
So, and I can tell you that in no way, shape, or form was our media in our original store that's 25 years old bringing us $1,000 a month. It was not. So when we had this just a huge store of all kinds of crap all jammed together, an anything store, we couldn't get media to get up to $1,000. We couldn't get records, the combination of them all. we couldn't get to make that kind of jump. So basically, literally putting them in their own store, all the media in its own store is producing these effects that you see here in front of you. What have we done? Nothing's done differently. We've, for the most part, the same inventory. In, I don't know, September, we bought a bunch of Mercedes car parts, which had manuals and books, and we hammered those into the store, along with a bunch of C64 big box arcade games. Oh, good stuff, as media goes. And that seems to have popped us up and keeping us rolling at $1,500 a month out of 4 stores. That's one of our jams. Don't click around. I just want to go onto the internet and click around. So, does that answer anything? Does anybody have to cough? That was weird. What else do we need? Jenna's being sweet. I hate to say it. Is this way up there?
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I sure miss your face bigger. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is way. Look at all that. Look at all those words. What? Say stuff. Record Crate's here! And Jen is here. We haven't mentioned them yet. Aloha. Praise and Profit. Aloha. Don't take this wrong, but aren't you preaching? Yeah, that's what I do here. I preach to the choir for the most part. Let's do a live and get eBay on video. Just saying that would be interesting. And that's sort of what Profit Playbook did. This is an ex-eBay employee. It's their last video, Profit Playbook Podcast. Go check it out. It is to say that we're preaching to the choir is a true statement. But we've all sort of been through a war together. I feel like we're all a little bit family, sort of, because we've all experienced the same thing. And some of us have done certain things to try to get through of us. Some of us have tried completely different angles. Some of us have succeeded. Some of us have failed. I mean, this has been a brotherhood and sisterhood forged in fire for the past year and a half on eBay. But anyway, and what's really super interesting, if you're really, really focusing on the stories that people are telling, is that different people had different problems at different times. But it all seemed to turn to crap last year. Maybe even more towards Christmas of 2023 or something. 2022, sorry. So the whole 2023 was a crap show, but some people learned to work it quickly. And some people learned that working it was just a matter of, some people didn't have a lot of experience, so they were just good at business and understanding business and the metrics and everything. Some people understood more about it, and we didn't know crap. Am I right?
I just saw.
It would be interesting. That you're right, though.
Texas, what was it? Texas Bandit was like, how many comments?
eBay people won't come on.
Did you disappear for me? So I was like, oh, I wonder if there's things that
We
needed
disappeared you.
I wonder if there were no, there wasn't any comments that I saw that needed approval sometimes, but there was one from Bearded who was actually it was when I was saying that the woman said that she would look for the item any day, and he was like, why didn't he just said, dumbass, why didn't she save the search? Exactly what you had said. So that was the only one that was the only comment I saw that needed to be like approved. But I'm not
Mrs.
paying
Dumas.
attention to my phone if it's flagging comments.
I get very aggro when she tells me stories about her listing boards. They make me so
blah,
annoyed.
blah, blah.
They just make me so annoyed.
Blah, blah.
But the thing is that they're mostly newer resellers, and the questions they ask are the same ones for 20 years. New resellers. So I really think they should go look at I mean, can you guys imagine doing what Chris Lynn does now with Daily Refinement? His whole thing is like mentoring young people to just sell whatnot by the billions. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I have no idea how to even get in my head around that.
So, and also in regards
Swamp pickle.
in regards to the doing resets and stuff, and everyone has their own method. So Biff was saying, if I don't do my 1/30th reset daily, my store suffers. I neglected it July, August, September, and can you move that pointer?
Who dat?
And
Biff.
had my worst sales in
Because you were
3
chicken.
years.
You were loving chicken.
And I think Hayfro, Jeff was saying that he doesn't do a full reset of his store. He does
You
a
stopped doing it.
portion.
Yeah, I mean the reset. Let's face it, the reset works. Ask Polish Pete; he'll tell you. It's just when do you do it for maximum effectiveness? So even the store reset, which was we haven't seen for a long time, is Jack, but the first day, and then I naturally had adopted that before the troubles of last year, and for I don't know, probably a year before all the stuff turned to crap last year, I had already been doing what I called a whatever. I just relisted the store every 4 days, the whole store, and then
Be news.
you would see the first day would be a nice big blue, and then it would just incrementally go down, and then you'd relist and relist. Before I even knew there was going to be a problem, that was my normal listing habits. And then June happened.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't think, I think we've definitely recovered. I can say, can I say that? That we've honestly recovered, and we're at the place that we were in June
Jinx us.
of 2023. We are back. Thank you. It only took us 18 months. And we're back. Look at us. We're like 18 months ago. We just lost 18 months of our life. And by the way, not unfairly, but our inventory is not worth as much. So we don't have the human power to list it all at once. So hopefully some prices will come back around. But as far as, the prices are 50% of what they were in what kind of nonsense was I telling you the other day about how I think that the collectibles market really hit kind of a peak. It was hitting a peak at 2018. 2019, we were seeing some upswing in collectibles, and then you had 2020. And then everything exploded, and then the money ran out, and we had sort of a hangover, essentially. And the hangover dropped us below pre-2019 numbers. So we actually ended up losing about 6 or 7 years worth of value. That's what I'm sort of coming up with and seeing in how much we're charging for things versus, for instance, a lens that I sent off today had sorry, a G.I. Joe figure that's been in our system for over a year or more was $32 was written on the Post-it inside the bag for it. I just sent it off today after selling it for $6.58. And it was Zymot. I don't know if he's good or anything, but when I looked him up and priced him, that would have been a really high price, but probably the price I was seeing on eBay was $28. Like that was what I researched it at. Then I jacked it up a little bit because I had that tendency to do that. Now I don't jack up anything. I really look up the going price, and then I go, I'm done with it. Unless it's staying in my personal collection, and that's a very important skill to develop for you collectors who are reaching middle age. Separate your crap from sell, own. You don't donate it. We don't donate in this house. We go to the donation bin and try to find free stuff. But if it is something that we can't use or sell, we will get it to the people who need it, which is donate it. We have one particular store we donate everything to. But for the most part, if it's sellable on eBay, we're not donating it.
John was saying that he doesn't recommend niching down if you don't have a regular source. Mike Gerdez was saying, I don't have a dedicated source and I'm able to dedicate to one niche. We'll do slightly over 200,000 sales at 40% profit, probably 10% added inventory value.
Niching down, you need, like our old Omega Moon Media has 1,700 items on it, and we have maybe another 10,000 items before we get to the LPs, and 10,000 books in storage, probably another 7,000 LP vinyl records. So I think that you would say that we have restockability for that niche. So I think that is a fair and accurate statement to say, if you're niching down, you need to keep inventory. So it is now a store. You are now a record store, Record Crate, right? So our media store is now a little media store in the internet, and it needs to stay a media store. So if I switch it, I kind of lose that media store. If I mix anything else in there, it also messes it up. So the only reason it's working and growing right now is because we are working it and growing it, and it's media. And I'm Primo. Thank you.
Big Dre.
Right here. Just give it to me.
Big
That's right.
Dre is saying, I'm thinking maybe just promote higher price clothing and shoes. Everything else in my store, I'll probably take off promoted listings, but I'm still not sure. So I just want to say the great reseller life, James, did a video sort of responding to the PPP video with Ebert.
Oh, James, yeah.
Yeah, and was sort of saying like his opinion was to not just like jump and change everything right now.
Oh, you got to think about this stuff.
Yeah, like think it through.
So what was who was I just reading? Somebody said something.
Jovial was saying, how dare Tech and Sports go live 2 weeks in a row during your video?
He's doing it on purpose. You see what kind of power play is going on here. You see? Did you see? No, I'm telling you, J-Ride's on right now too. Go check it out. He's on. And why? Because I'm here and they're trying to horn in on my business.
All right. When I read Tech and I was thinking J-Ride, but it's Tech.
No, both of them are on right now.
Oh, funny.
There's no respect. There's no honor amongst thieves and YouTubers.
Those
Those guys are. I want to say this though. I think it's very important to say. Those guys are serious people. I don't consider myself a full-time serious person. I go over to the time clock, I punch out, I become an unserious person. That's just the way it is. And I'm fine with that, and I love it. But I do try to be a little bit serious about business. That's where I get serious.
And
But I think they're serious all the time.
Oh, Patricia was saying
seems like
it's
he's
like
always
being
serious.
a teacher and starting over every term with a new batch of students. Didn't I already teach you that last semester?
You forgot it, you son of a gun! You better go relearn that stuff. I'm not wasting my time reteaching you. Is there any way to program people so they don't forget stuff? I would like that because I.
And it looks like the Shop Safe Act right now is on hold.
Good. Who did that? Basket Nudes? Did you stop it? Nice job. Dendicor says that's just flipping. A niche is only going to work with stuff to list. Yeah, that's a very, very good point. I think you could look at eBay stores as disposable if you want. That thought just came to my head. Why would you want to do that? I don't know. But let's say that you just came into 5,000 pounds of clothes and you wanted to have a temporary store. I don't know how much 5,000 is. That a lot? But maybe you had 10,000 pieces of clothing with no intention of re-upping that. And maybe you just want to pop up a store. Nothing saying that you couldn't do that. It would be, I feel like we might almost have a little too much connection to our stores. And that really stores are disposable. So that's a thought. That's not something I really think. That's just a thought. Probably an unserious thought from the unserious part of my brain.
It's fine. Our brains race when it's your own business,
Yeah.
Swamp Picker was asking, do you sell any international on your car parts? I do a lot on
I don't,
KTM bike
not on
parts.
purpose, but I do. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, you know what? So here's probably the best thing that came out of Hayfro's video this morning was, you better don't be stupid. Stupid. He said that to me. We don't cross list yet. So I think that's probably the thing that we better really
I know he's
put
been
on our,
pushing it for so long.
and we were supposed to, and we even anyway.
It is like he said. Wouldn't it be great though if we didn't have to? We could really rely on eBay, but we can't anymore, and we really need to cross list. Oh boy.
Well, that's it. Maybe we can we Mecca Lecca High Mecca
I feel like we can't even keep up.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks.
Move quick enough with listings on every single store.
We
let
do
alone
not
cross-listing.
keep up with listing on every single store, but with a cross lister, it becomes a little easier, sort of.
If you have a cross, right?
You
I
have
guess
to have a
we-
cross
yeah,
lister. I'm not.
right.
Oh my goodness. No.
So
So no, I do not sell them outside of eBay. If eBay is selling them internationally, I'm guessing they. Well, actually, the thing I noticed about the Mercedes parts, and I was telling you, all the names, although they all go to freight forwarders for the most part, I'm guessing they go to Miami or they go to Oregon. They often are Middle Eastern names or Russian names. So I was telling Richard, I'm just, because I don't know, my brain is just
wait,
out
what
of
are
its
you gonna
mind.
say?
I'm just going to say that I always thought I'd be selling these items to, for lack of a better, collectors, like just U.S. car collectors, like
Oh, right,
old
right, like
dudes.
old school. Yeah, right. That bring them to car show.
yeah, car show dudes. I thought that's who I'd be selling all these parts to, but
No, it's just to probably
it's going
younger.
to real people who are like fixing their
Their
old
cars.
cars, and they're not. Most of them aren't in America, which is shocking, or they're not in America.
Amazon Seller 99. Aloha. It's Get software that manages inventory and cross list for you. It's nearly impossible to do it manually. Yeah,
It is, and we have tested out Vendu. I did not like,
Vendu-
but
oh,
Vendu was fine. It was fine.
Dundecor was saying Vendu Unlimited is awesome.
Vendu Unlimited is good. I'd like to list perfectly for a couple of reasons. I used Nurse Flipper's code and went and tested out its AI functionality, and it worked really, really, really well. But at the time, which is like 3 months ago, we were still really invested in getting our stores set up and full. So I did do testing on it, and we did records where we like 3 pictures, and it was listing it mostly really well. The only complaint I had was that I could not orient the words the way I wanted. I couldn't arrange the artist, title, year in the title the way I wanted to. I'd have to manually go and do that. They said that was coming. Now, the second thing is, I think it's possible. Is it possible that List Perfectly is the secret, currently available but not launching till next year, AI listing tool that Tech and Sports was talking about on his show? I think it is, because it actually is pretty darn good. And then I want to ask you, is eBay going to buy them? If eBay is not going to buy them to incorporate the technology into eBay itself, that's my question. Or is it more lucrative to eBay to sell them the API or access or whatever to utilize their software on eBay? Is it more advantageous to eBay to get a payment from this company or to buy them and incorporate the software into eBay? I don't know the answer to that part. But eBay's AI is stupid. I should not say the S word so much, but I feel very adamant about the fact that their AI description is preposterous. I don't need any flowery language in the descriptions. I just need it actually to list bullet point exactly what I want. And John, remember John told us, he was saying how he has success using bulleted. You go to ChatGPT, say, make me a eBay listing for this item with bullet points. And it does. It's amazing.
Bullet points are easier for people to read, absolutely. Axe Monkey was
The
saying
bullet points weren't the point, though. It was that AI on listing on List Perfectly was awesome, and eBay's listing AI is garbage. It's not even
know.
AI. It just says this is the greatest thing, and collectors will love it. It's like not even pertaining to the item.
any collector would love this to in their or whatever in their
nice
collection or
sulking
add it,
pants.
add it to their collection.
It's really
like
dumb.
the same old stupid sentence. Axe Monkey, she was saying, I don't know why, but I just don't relate to tech. Whenever people say someone is an eBay god like Rockstar Flipper and tech, I just don't care.
Tech, I'll tell you who Tech is because I know him. I mean, I don't know him, but I know guys like him. I mean, he's a serious guy. I'm guessing at some point in his life, many clouds of smoke. I mean, he vibes me out a little Rasta-y, if I might, which means nothing. I'm sure he's a super guy, but I think he is who he is. Like that's Tech. That's him. He's always sort of like that. When I stop this show, I'm like put on. I'm very just proper, and I speak like Paul Rose, except in a slightly modified British accent. I'm a completely different person.
That's what's crazy, is to think of Paul Rose with an accent.
He's got an accent.
I know. Which I would, if I imagine him, just speaking with an American accent. But yes, he would.
Paul Rose is saying Rockstar Flipper. It's a very to self-apply Rockstar to your flipperness is it's extra.
Dead Decor was saying
we don't watch him too much anymore.
No, his energy. I've already dealt with someone very hyper, but Rockstar has a different approach to presenting stuff, and I don't know if it's totally my thing, but every so often I'll watch it.
This is YouTube.
Yeah, right. Yeah, each to their own. And he's really successful on YouTube. Den Decor was saying cross-listing has saved me this month. Etsy has exploded for me. I wonder how Etsy's doing for Patricia. And let's see. And Axe was saying 20% of my sales this month were off-site eBay.
Really? Oh,
I also think people are holding on to their wallets waiting on the election.
To a certain extent, I think so. But, at the same time, people who are buying trading cards, they're not even tuned in. I'm not selling trading cards. I'm just saying certain genres, I'm sure, are
Patricia was
doing
saying
just
not
fine.
a RF fan.
Yeah.
Oh, and 6x6 is
Real
telling
funny.
us a reality here. No, sir. You have now become part of the international military industrial complex Mercedes tank buyers.
Oh, they're buying buying
Dude.
parts for the tanks? Oh no.
Yeah, but we're talking like map holders and cigarette lighters and
For 1950s
taillights.
1950s and 60s Mercedes. I don't think so, but it's an interesting place to be. I mean, car parts seem to be really hot. I am a collector of old Mercedes, have been for many years. These are just someone I knew through the collecting that I was able to relationships. You can't beat them.
Oh, so
He retired and I got all his stuff.
Axe Monkey was saying Casey has his hands in so many deals. I think that's like
Axe Monkey. I mean I'm sorry. That's radio.
Isn't that
Rockstar Flipper?
Yeah, I think that's sort of the vibe I get, and to me, it's a little too much. When people are like, "Oh, I'm doing this," I get a little bit of a used car salesman thing. But I mean, not to be rude toward him because he seems to really bust his butt. But, and she said, I can't keep track, but I didn't like it when he contacted me for his investment opportunity. I said I was interested in his lots for sales, and then crickets.
Oh. Huh. Well, I guess he had his brain all situated on that business thing that he was making.
And B Nudes was saying that the big retail associations announced back in Q2 and Q2 that they expect this year to be the most competitive in history for the consumer wallet.
And what that means to me, is specifically prices, right? Is that what it means? Yeah.
Probs.
I mean, the consumer's
gonna
wallet is about money. So
it's going to be about volume, but
lower prices. That's what this year is. It's low prices. It's the first year.
hey, Land Shark!
It's the first year
It's
that
I,
we've.
James.
It is I, James.
The price this year price is price this year. Never before in the history of eBay have I felt this type of price lowering effect. So the only thing that, that's my main tool to get sales. Now, and then will I be sorry later because I sold all my crap that I really kind of hate anyway? Like, I'm so sick of this crap. And the mice pooped all over it. So.
And Microdez is saying if you're organized and have a smaller store, Flip FLYP is a good bang for your buck. It's $10 a month. I think
I have heard of it.
A new thing.
It's not new. It's a Chrome extension.
Oh,
so
okay.
it does everything in
I feel
Chrome,
like I
think.
recently saw someone pushing that, or like it was a sponsored ad on Facebook or something.
I do want to look at that. Did I finish? I did. Right. So list perfectly seems to be the cool thing. Go try it if you are looking for something because it worked. I liked it the best over Vendu because of the way it installed. And Vendu puts those little green things on all your listings. Right? Am I right? In all your listings in your back office on eBay, it actually adds a little buttons. And I don't like it when software does that. So that's a personal thing that I just like the way List Perfectly
Yeah,
looked.
Axe Monkey says she loves it. And Patricia's saying, I predicted in September that eBay will buy List Perfectly to suck
Really?
up listings from sellers on other platforms and get a piece of the
that
pie.
Well,
That would be smart if they did.
why? Yeah. See, now Patricia, she's super smart. I didn't even think about how it actually interacts with all the other things. And that probably means that eBay could actually do a little more, they could do data mining from the other companies. Is that possible? I don't know. But it seems like maybe that would be beneficial to them. Again, whatever would make them the most money, I think they would do. Maybe they buy the software and keep it spun off. They don't incorporate it into eBay and they just sell it. Run it. Because how much are you going to pay? Right now, it's $45 for the first test, $79.99. What?
Oh, Major Wind! Aloha!
Welcome.
What's going on, fellow human and reseller? It is I, James.
It is I, James.
Welcome. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're enjoying the series. It's crazy, huh? It's been exciting.
Thank you, Major Wind.
I look at the scores in the morning.
And Basket Noodles was saying,
Thank you.
if need be, I'll do what I did last year, 50% plus off come the third week in November. And Axe Monkey said 30% sale is working for her. That's for sure.
30% is, that's the number that eBay puts in there. They just default to it. It's very effective if you can afford that. Now, and then that's the other thing. If you want some you can go watch some 1 Foot Flipper if you want. So he's very angry at Timmy's. Somebody named Timmy. And he loves to point out when people are selling things for 1 cent how they're going to lose money on the deal, on shipping and everything. And I think he points it out. He points out a lot, and he's always right. It's like I've never been in that position, but you do need to be careful. Sometimes 30% can put you out of making money. Sometimes. Not for us, because we bought everything for like 15 cents. And we just had to own it for 30 years.
So Paul is saying a Yorkshire accent, American werewolf style, but nowhere near as broad, thankfully.
Yes.
Oh, Ryan!
Ryan, aloha! Welcome to the party. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. thank you, Doug and Roe and Ryan for the super chats. Very sweet.
You guys are always supportive and awesome. And speaking of that, because I don't know if Ryan, but I did see Major Win commenting over on our old pal Darth Thrifter, who is currently more of Darth DoorDash currently, but he is having some great success on YouTube. Go support him. He's talking about his currently about his DoorDash
and
adventures.
He's getting close to being monetized.
The 1,000.
YouTube has messaged him saying that he's now part of the YouTube something or another.
We're partners with YouTube. Is what you're saying.
Right. So he's
big
getting
partners.
Closer.
I just have to go look at something. Wait, read some more comments while I go look at something.
Oh, B Nudes was saying tech, etc. Small fries. We are smaller yet. Understand there are sellers at eBay and Amazon that do 3 million and up annually per site.
Yeah, look at these two nerds. Tech and Sports and J Ride both ended 15 minutes ago at 39 minutes. How dare they?
Axe Monkey was saying RF is always on Facebook groups and he's rude sometimes. Oh.
Well, he seems a little, hey, it takes a guy on a spectrum to notice a guy on the spectrum. He seems a little sometimes.
Oh, Mike was saying, cult following mini gods. Their followers talk the same lingo. Creepy. No thanks. Oh, thank you, Major Win. He gifted. Oh, yeah.
What?
Okay. I have a membership. Thank you. I love that.
What?
Thank you. And by the way, WTF early on in the video was like, when are your membership videos?
You must be missing them. I have them all the time. I apologize. Yes, we have been shirking. Shirking. I'll do one tomorrow. How about that?
Okay.
Do you have to go anywhere tomorrow?
No.
We just actually tomorrow. So tomorrow, today, and tomorrow is Dr. Dre got another membership from Major Win. We have been. The Lordeth have blessed us with warmth outside when it should be cold, and we are not going to. Pokey got a pizza. Get up with the pizza.
Bring it up here, please.
So we're not going to neglect tomorrow and miss out on the warm day. But I will shoehorn in a members live. I have been toying with.
Oh my goodness!
What, Ryan? What did you do, Ryan? I don't know how it chooses the people that get them. I really don't.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. So I got one. Big Dre has one. And then CK Postcards, Short Cryptic Tales, 4TP, Tamara Lynn, Peeping Time. Oh my goodness.
That's so awesome. Where's how do you put you can't put a heart on these anymore.
Oh, and Axe Monkey was like, yes, a Halloween show tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a couple pumpkin beers if they have any left, because it's time to wean ourselves off the pumpkin and wean ourselves back onto the like minty stuff. What's it called? Peppermint. Like peppermint mocha crap. That's the next couple months. I'm very excited about that. I love the big shift.
Second.
What just happened?
Oh, Major Win.
Kent Dago! Come on, Kent. We know you're watching.
Kate Picker.
Flipping for autism.
Oh my goodness.
Tommy Bernard, you guys.
Intergalactic Microsystems. Intergalactic. I have not seen you in so long.
I assume they're really close by watching. And Kate Picker got one too. That is so great. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. We're entering into the festive holiday season. That's a great way to start it out. I love it. Here's Pokey's giant pizza.
With the weather, getting cooler and stuff, people are going to be indoors more and maybe watching YouTube more. So.
And Mike Curtis is getting 80 degrees. I mean, this is super weird. Never in the history, well, not in the history, but we've had some warm October 31st here, Halloween's in Vermont. But when I first moved here in 93, it was a 3-foot snowstorm. And then, our environment has gotten progressively warmer to where we have very light winter. So for 30 years, it's just been going down, 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 down. And now we're here in the middle of what should be fall. We still have leaves on the trees.
Wait.
Well, not really. Actually, there's not really.
Wait.
But
Wait,
it's
hold
so
up.
warm that the mice and the rats stay away because they don't need to come inside.
Pokey
It's
is
very
Michael
stabby.
Myers.
Look how stabby. I love it when he's so stabby.
Pokey is Michael Myers.
He doesn't want to be.
Yes.
And you're James.
I'm James.
Should I put on my pumpkin one more time?
Yes.
I'll just put on my pumpkin.
And he's the
What? And John has 60 degrees? It's like reversey.
weird.
It's the bizarro world.
Oh, Pokey's now paralyzed.
He can't move with this thing on.
Oh, Pokes. Oh, warning, everyone.
Hi. Happy Halloween. And because I'm a reseller, I don't take the tags off. I just wear everything with the tags on it. I don't care. I'll resell it someday. That's right. Primo, Kimo, baby, let's kick it, sucker. Yeah, that's right. I gotta get this off because I really can't, like, see or hear or anything.
Yeah, I can't imagine wearing that, like, for
I mean,
any
it's for
length of
kids.
time.
And I got a huge head. It's trying to squirt out of that mask.
Oh, Dead Decor. Hey, Joe's Rare Finds. Aloha.
Aloha, Joe's Rare
Dead Decor was saying he has a first aid kit for sale for Mercedes for sale in his store.
Those have value.
Oh, and Joe was saying that he picks up old car manuals whenever I find them.
Kimo, baby, where spoopy, sucker.
Spooky sucker.
You're spooky little sucker.
75 degrees in Ohio. Buckeye State flips.
We enjoy a little bit. You know what would be cool?
Oh, Dead Decor, aloha. Dead Decor's
As
hanging out.
if the
Thanks
proper
for being
aloha.
here
Thanks
today
for
with us.
coming by. If all the temperatures around the whole continent just smoothed out, and it was just like Hawaii here, it was like 70 at night, 80 in the day, a little humid every once in a while, little rainstorm comes by, and we all have palm trees and redwood trees. Thank you.
Josh Vanderpump. Is Tommy Bernard still a thing? I don't know. I mean, I guess.
He went, no, I did not, John. I
What?
did not do my hair. No. That's why I put the hat on. All I can promise is that I'm fairly clean. I'm not necessarily oil of Olay up. or anything. There, I had those on. Once in a blue moon, aloha. And yeah, Cali. Oh, right. I think I heard.
Ryan,
So California is getting
I'm
a
James.
big
I'm not.
storm.
That's why I look different. I'm actually James.
Yeah. Yeah, spam is
It is
in
I, James.
St. Louis.
Reductioneasy.com. 25 years selling full time on eBay. Spam isn't.
Donnie, you're out of your element.
That wasn't accurate.
This aggression will not
What's up,
stand,
Blue Moon?
man.
I just tuned in and went, who the heck is that pumpkin head?
It is I, James.
It's I, James. I don't have time tomorrow. Oh, WTF. Are you on vacation again? You're always on vacation. So I'm guessing that's where you're going to. Yeah, WTF. I mean, it's been really difficult to find time to do stuff because I'm not sitting down. I need to be like stationary. But when we do the live tomorrow, we'll go through 2 bins of records because we got to get through this. And then maybe by the end of the year, we'll go through all the records. And then I could offer them for sale if anybody wanted them too, but I don't know why. I'm just showing them. But if you want to
Oh,
buy them,
and Paul is saying he'll try to join in tomorrow if he can. He might be covered in rock wool and or crap from the loft.
yes, you will be. Oh, look
From
at this
moving.
guy. How does he know 2 hours? Like, how does he know how to get all
What the heck?
Mr. Scoopy?
He wanted to
Pumpkin?
desperately go
Oh,
outside
yeah.
and play with his
He's a
pizza.
little boy.
Pizza.
I love you. Why are you so precious?
Did I just say pizza?
Where's your pizza? You have pizzas, cookies, chicken leg.
He's
got
too
all the
cute for his
toys.
own good.
Yes, I just forgot where we were just now because I was looking into his little baby brown eyes.
um. You were just right. Mike or Des is still haven't put the heat on this year in West.
We don't have it on either.
We haven't either, but that's one of the things we've been working on. Changing the filter on our furnace, and we realized we need to change like the belt and stuff. And
On the fan thing, I could call. The whole thing is that I'm asleep at the wheel here, and you call up we got mice. Call up the mice guy. Yeah, there's a month waiting list there, and then you call up, and then you're like, oh, we need to turn on the heater, and can you come check out the heater? Make sure mice haven't like built a nest in the chimney or something, so we die of carbon monoxide. Yeah, it's gonna be like a month or something there. So I got to do it all ourselves. So it's taking a little longer. We got to put a vacuum, take apart some of the vents to make sure there is no mouse nest in there. And we need a heat dish from Costco. We used to have the heat dishes. Remember those? Like satellite dishes with the heat, and it would like shoot the heat out.
That was really nice actually.
But we, because we live in Vermont, you have to have like a super heater, like a furnace.
Yeah, I know. Get a cat, but we don't want another pet.
We have not had any evidence of mice in over a week and a half. So we had the full meltdown, and we got the rat out of the bag, and then we took the sofa outside and kind of we like put bags around it, but we didn't know. We kind of thought there was like mice in the sofa, but there wasn't. And we cleaned it, and now we're offering it for sale on eBay for $5,800. Please help yourself to the rat couch. But it's a Thayer Coggin, like a super designer sofa, sectional sofa. Someone will buy it and recover it.
Sectional.
The poop's free.
Sectional sofa.
Modular. Sexy.
It sounded like you said something
Sexual
else.
sofa.
B
like
News
sexual
was saying I've been
chocolate.
boning up on mobile programming libraries. Think I might give a mobile game a shot over the winter.
Really? That's fun, I guess. If you like that sort of thing.
Oh, Ryan had orc in there because of field mice. Oh boy, 'tis the season.
Those are little baby mice that just jump like
Those
it's
are
a whole
so
sea
cute,
of
though.
mice.
Yeah, mice are better than a rat.
What are we doing for our winter project? Basket Nude's gonna do some programming. What I really wanted to do this year was get the 80s room. I want to have a full-on 80s bedroom with posters on the wall and everything. And we actually already have the posters. I've got some Eddie posters. I got the big Cure poster.
Oh, Incredible Shrinking Woman.
Incredible Shrinking Woman.
Right?
Well, that's a
right.
movie poster, but
Right.
but still, yeah. And then we've got like a lot of accoutrement for the 80s room. But what we don't have is a clean room to put it in.
Did you say it's only 65 in California right now?
Yeah, the West Coast is having some coolness ahead of a like rain and snow event. And then the rain and snow event's going to come all the way
Oil
across
of
the
what?
country.
Who? Did you see that be nudes?
Who's in the what
Earlier,
now?
when you were saying oil of Olay or something.
Oil of Olay, yes.
What?
Wait. No, we said hi to Once in a Blue Moon, right? Of course we did.
Yeah.
We got to make sure we don't want to miss that out. I know I did, and then I got to think back, and I'm like, nah.
Paul, the only vermin in this place is my good self.
Paul, I'm so glad that you are, on the road to recovery, sort of. Swamp Picker Disco Ball. Not everybody knows, and you haven't really shared it too much, except just to say that, that you are moving and that you've, it's just been a really tough move, considering you've had so much stuff, and one thing he had to move was a Tron arcade game from like the second floor, and he almost lost his life for that. So I'm just saying, if you could let go, imagine if you had sold the Tron game for $5,000 and made somebody come and take it from upstairs.
I know. I'm thinking, do like a Josh Galt thing where he just like put an ad. Remember when he got a storage unit once and he just put an ad saying
Lots of them, I think.
storage unit
Yeah.
sellout or
I
something?
think he still
and-
does that. I'm not positive.
Yeah,
but-
and he had a ton of people showing up.
His model is different than ours too. I mean, he's
Yeah.
doing more of the bulk buyouts. So it's really interesting the models people choose, and this it's really cool how we all swirled around here. And like with Josh, I mean, he is buying bulk crap sight unseen. He's got a vibe of what the stuff is. He's and then he's got 10% good items to sell, and although now he's just working on the picture, so I don't know what he's doing now. But and then 90% of the stuff is just effluence. It's just stuff you need to like move, and that's a good way. We have done that before. We sold a whole like thing full of arcade games. And stuff,
Jovial was saying mothballs, but
No,
they're not
mothballs.
good because they're toxic. Yeah.
Mothballs don't work really too much, and they reek. By the way, did you know they smell like mothballs? It's crazy. And then also, what doesn't work? Dryer sheets, worth a damn. And then everything smells like dryer sheets. And then the mice like dryer sheets, and they're actually attracted to them. And the dog eats one, barfs it up. I guess to get all his tooth replaced.
And
I mean,
Basket Noodle is not
tooth
talking
pulled.
about programming games. I don't find no programming games.
I don't
I
find
don't
fun.
find fun. Didn't want to say yeah, but if one can sell 1/100th of 1%
It's true.
of 99-cent one, is a millionaire just like that.
I mean, it's a uphill battle for sure, and most things are sort of poised against you. But yeah, if you get that hit, just like that.
Yeah, we've heard about peppermint basket noodle. That peppermint is a deterrent. Yes, you are getting there, Paul. Getting there, guys. Strong like bull. Yeah, that's a lot. Moving a lot of stuff.
No, I'm super psyched that you're gonna be. Well, it's today. What's the day today?
He got an extension.
Oh, right. So he's gonna have another week. Right?
Yeah.
So it's so close. It's so close. And then guess what? It's so exciting for you, Paul. Then you get to sit in the middle of all your crapulence, and you get to start eBay up again. How exciting for you! I bet there has been some sort of peace that has found you over the past month, just knowing that you're just sort of like taking a break from eBay, because it's a drag. I gotta say, it's a little bit of a drag. I mean, I'm just griping at this point.
Well, he was saying it's gonna be like so much to learn going back on because there's so many changes.
Yeah, and the big change, everybody, just to recap that, I think is the big change for that interests me is all about the promoted listings. That it's not as easy as just to promote everything. You've got to be real selective on what you promote, and that's what. Do you like? Does this? I really like how I did this for you. Isn't that great?
It's better than the other one, yeah.
I got it all figured out.
Yeah.
But see how it's all straight and it looks good, and I can rub it and it makes weird rubby noises. Don't do that. Thanks. Okay. Should we go now? It's after.
Mike, best thing is to get an outdoor cat. Quirky picker mothballs don't work.
So I don't know if in certain places they don't work. Like, what if it's really cold here and the mothballs just don't have an effect? But they don't work here, and neither do dryer sheets. But it could be because stuff is out in the really super cold and it doesn't have the same effect.
Yeah.
So if you're in a warmer environment, maybe some of those things have a better effect. But we have had Span's amused. Look at her.
Huh?
John's saying you're not amused. You're totally amused.
Oh.
You can't not be amused. Let me amuse you. We have to go eat now.
Oh yeah, it's 3. Anyhow, watch my videos. The Great
Man
Reseller
pee all the way
Live.
around your house and you will be varmint free. I'm so
I was
old
sort
now.
of wondering about that.
I don't even pee outside anymore. That's how old I am. I don't find any joy in peeing outside. When we first got our house 20 years ago, I would go outside and pee. Just go outside and pee. The bush. It's my bush. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
Especially at night. I didn't do it in the daytime too much.
Yeah,
at night-
bee nudes. We've tried a bucket trap. It's not catching anything.
No, I mean, we don't
Since
put water in it, but
Since we had the rat, we
I think the rat ate all the mouse babies.
not have any mice.
I think the rat ate all the babies, and I think luckily the rat was a bachelor rat and just broke in the house and like chilled and pooped on the couch, and then we caught it and took it to the bay where it now lives, to the lake house. I think that's what happens.
Okay, everyone.
Hey, basket needle
What?
peas on other people's houses to keep.
Hey, where the
in
heck
order
is
to
lag?
keep the. Oh boy!
Oh, I tell ya.
Did we notice the lack of lag here today?
The sarcasm wasn't here today.
Where was the lag? Oh, the show was.
And basket
ruined. The
noodles just reminded me of him. I
humanity.
pee outside all the time at houses all along the street. Keeps the mice
It was
away.
like lag. It comes right to mind from that statement.
Or just pee into one of those little water buckets and then go sprinkle it. No, I'm trying to take these mice to heaven. Ryan.
Okay, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Sure, Cryptic Faces. I have 2 daughters and a wife with 1 bathroom house. I go outside a lot.
That's awesome. I bet.
You guys have a great. We'll see you tomorrow on Halloween if you're a member. We're gonna do a members chat.
Thank you, everyone. For
But otherwise,
being here.
everybody else have a great Halloween.
Thank you for gifting memberships, Ryan and
Major Win,
Doug,
and thank you for the
Rob.
super chats too.
Thank you. Yes, thank you everyone for
We
being
love
here.
you guys.
We appreciate you so much. It is iTunes, thegreatnewsrowlife.com. I mean, no.
Come on, do it now!
Oh, Pokey!
Okay, it's time to go. Oh my gosh, it's time to go.